I was thinking, okay, Photomath, it needs to be able to recognize the equation, so if I put a bunch of other math equations or writing in the background, it would probably confuse the app. So that was my rationale. So basically, I went to math equations. I went to Google math equations and looked up images. And I thought, okay, well, it's probably something like this will probably confuse it. So I was just like, let's give it a shot. Kind of like this one because it doesn't have that little white strip at the bottom. And so it probably would recognize all this lettering and confuse the heck out of it. So basically, I just double click, copy this, and then I open up a Word file. The reason I use Word is so that I could insert an equation. So I click Insert, and went to Equation. Actually, before that, I'm going to want to do Insert Text Box. And the reason I want to do text box is so that I can just put it right over the top of this thing. And then on the inside of that, okay, on the inside of that, I'm going to insert an equation inside the text box. So I go over here, insert type equation. So now I'm going to type in, I don't know, 6x minus 3 equals 5x plus 7. Okay. Get it to be the size that I want. Okay, oop, that's a little big. All right, now what I want to do is make sure that that background shows up. So the first thing I want to do, I can do either one. First, I want to make this white because I want it to be the same type of lettering in the background. So I'm going to make it white. So I highlight it. Now I know it looks like it disappeared, but it didn't. It's just I made the font white colored. That's why it's not there. And I'm going to make it bold, so just so it stands out a little bit more, so the kids can actually read it and see it. Then I'm going to go to Shape Format over here, and I'm basically going to take out, click on this shape, and I have to kind of click on the line, like when you see those little crosshairs show up. Otherwise, you won't be able to edit the box. So I want to take away the white fill in here. So I go to No Fill, and that way it shows up against the background. And now the kids should be able to see that, I would imagine. Okay, that's pretty simple to see. If you're like, maybe I want the background to be a little lighter, if you click on that picture, you can adjust the format there. So what I do is I click on the picture there and make it a little, maybe a little grayer. You don't have to do that, and actually, honestly, that probably looks a little better. But I need room for them to work after that, right? So what I want to do is click on this picture and click Crop under Picture Format, and then drag this up. So then that way, when I crop it, they still have room to work underneath. I'm going to do a little bit more. Make sure I click on this one. You see how I select here, and it selects the text box. So I can kind of reduce that down a little bit, because they're on top of each other. So over here, again, click on that, crop it a little more, just so that that's kind of out of the way. Okay, and then that's it. So now what I need to do is take a screenshot of this. When I take a screenshot of that, that's when I'm going to post into, I'm going to get rid of this cursor, get this out of the way, because when I put this in the quiz, they're going to need all this white space down here to do the work and highlight over the image. So what I use is on the Mac, it's the Command Shift 4 button, and I do the little target and drag. So I know if you have a Mac, you can do that. If you're on a PC, you're going to have to do the other screenshot, like print screen button. And I know there's a way to do a target on there as well, so you can click and drag with what you want. Once I do that, on my computer, it saves to the desktop. I think that's pretty much default, is that it'll save that to your desktop. That way you can recover it into whatever program you're going to use. Okay, that's it.